Hello everyone, episode number 14. I can do that one this time because I'm not out and about of Newton Arms TV. I hope everyone's doing well. We've been away for a couple of days. You might have seen the silly video with the thing with the hats that we did in the quiz just a while ago. But anyway, never mind any of that nonsense. I have a load of people to introduce you tonight. Check this out. There is all sorts of folk here. There is someone called John that we'll get to in a second. There's Yvonne, there's Ian, and Norma. So, hello Yvonne, we'll start with you. How are you, first of all?
I'm good, Rob. How are you?
I am acceptable. I have just done my hair about 10 minutes before we started, so I'm very red in the face because I just had to shower afterwards. Mr. B, how's your hair doing?
My hair is great. Also, I've been cooking today.
Ooh, what have you been cooking?
Soup.
Oh, very good. That's nice. I like it. Good. I need to come up with a soup-related joke for the end of this. And a face we have not yet seen on Newton Arms TV. It is, of course, Norma. Norma, how are you? And your connection might be a bit rubbish, so hopefully we can hear
you. I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. Are you enjoying your lockdown?
Painting my bench today.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
A lot of painting.
I must point out that Norma doesn't normally sound like this. This isn't her normal voice. This is what Norma sounds like with a bad connection. She's not actually sounding quite like a robot normally. So apologies in advance for this. Anyway, I'll move it on if that's all right. And I want to introduce another person on this call. Someone called John, who's here with his partner Anne, if I'm remembering the names right.
You're good.
Which I imagine there's probably quite a few people in Newton Hill watching this right now going, oh my God, I recognise him. Amazing. And probably quite a more of them watching this who are just like me going, I wonder who that guy is. So I was told that I need to get John Bennie on because there's a lot of history there and he's a funny guy. So John... over to you.
Well, if you're talking funny, have you got Yvonne pulling the finger yet?
Wow. Okay, we're off to a good start. So, John, right? Okay, we'll come back to that. John, the connection, I know there's a connection with you and the Newton Arms, but would you do me and the viewers of this a little favour and tell us how you're involved and how you know all these people on this call?
Well, my big cousin Norma there used to protect me when I was a wee boy back in Coatbridge.
Hey.
And we have my mom and Aunt Betty, they're sisters, along with Aunt Mary and Aunt Helen. And Yvonne's was a little cousin at the time, back in that day, when she had the big bright red cheeks.
Oh,
wear the short shorts with those white legs, and her big brother Ian used to take care of her. So, and I was probably the only person that never got kicked out of the Newton Arms when the other lady owned it. I can't remember her name. What was the old
Betty?
Ian?
Betty.
I was the only one that could probably walk in and not get barred by just her looking at you.
Yeah, you see, I've heard some stories about Betty who used to have the Newton Arms. How long ago would that have been, Ian?
Well, we've had it for 24 years.
Yeah.
She had it for about 20.
See, you'll still always tell me stories about her. Things like, if I'm ever complaining that it's a bit too warm in the pub, you'll go, you need to remember what it was like when Betty was here. And apparently...
I said that.
Am I right in thinking that there used to be like one of those sort of Calagas fire things, and she could hear from upstairs if someone had turned it up a notch, and she'd come down and tell people off?
I believe so.
Doesn't sound so much like a pub as a care home at that point.
Yeah, she was a character, that one.
So,
especially when we'd all go down and play snooker.
Oh yeah, well, there was snooker in the pub.
No,
Yeah.
Ah.
And off to the side, and you have to have all short cues because they're so tight to the walls. And you basically, when you would sit around the pool table, everybody else's posterior was in your face.
A great memory of the Newton Arms.
Well, I don't know.
funny story about that. We were down, that's when all the Americans were working offshore. And one of the Americans was in there with his wife, and she was up, everybody put down their coin on the table for the, when somebody lost, you went up with your coin, right? Well, this woman must have won all night, because they always made sure the white ball was as far away from the pool table as possible for her to shoot, which meant the poor lady had to be, right on top of the table. And she kept on turning to her husband and saying, "I can't believe I won all these games tonight."
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I bet you won't know this then, John. The pool table is not there anymore.
Oh no!
The pool table is now through in the lounge.
Uh-huh.
Because there's now a wall where the pool table is, and where the actual pool table used to be is the NEWTONHILL tandoori now, with a new.
Oh.
So there's actually
cool.
a separate door. People can come in there. That was only done. Was it last year or the year before? Am I?
2 years or 3 years now.
Yeah, blimey.
2 years, I think.
You still get people walk in the pub every now and again when I'm there, and they walk in and they go, "What the?" So yeah, so there's no longer having to stick your bum in people's faces anymore now. So, well, I mean, people still do that in the Newton Arms, but it's certainly nothing to do with pool, that's for sure. Excellent. John, is it right that you used to actually live at the Newton Arms for a while?
There was an occasional visitor there, yeah.
Excellent.
I've never heard of anybody actually renting a room there before.
Well, I mean, it is an inn, or it was an inn back in the day.
It used to have it painted across the roof, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And how was John as a tenant, Ian?
Fantastic.
I was entertainment for Ian and Yvonne.
My running coach.
Yeah.
Pull my finger.
Well, I've got a little something you might want to see here, John. This is actually the first of 2 videos that I've got, and I've got to give a shout out to Ian, not Ian Beresford, a different Ian, who has edited this for me. We're going to need to sort him out with a couple of drinks this weekend because he did a massive effort for doing this. But yeah, I thought it might be interesting just for yourself, and of course, I'm sure anyone else watching this who is hasn't been to Newton Hill for a while will be interested to see some of the changes. So yeah, here we go. School. Another view of the school. Was that a recent thing, the school? It must be.
Yeah, it's a different school than you'll remember, I think, John.
Yeah, even the last time we were back, I was just amazed at the roundabout and Tesco's. Oh, the train's still flying by.
All right, rattling through.
Yeah, but it really, I came back up last time I was there and I drove up, and it threw me right off the roundabout in Tesco's. Wait a minute here, this isn't where I was before. Yeah, but Newton Arms is still the same. It hasn't changed at all, except for the really nice owners.
I'm glad we've got the Tesco just now. Coming in pretty handy.
Oh, yeah, what a difference, yeah.
Yeah.
That's up at the park.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, same.
Over.
Well, they don't do the Skateraw Fair anymore, do they?
Kind of. It's a very pale imitation of itself.
Yeah, that was a real good time. That was back in probably about 83 or 84.
Yeah.
And that was quite a really good night. That was in the tent. Yeah.
Do you remember when we came home from Skateraw Fair? About 5 in the morning. The birds were chirping. And Aunt Ellen was up watching in Yvonne, and we staggered home at 5:30 in the morning.
Did we not go to the police superintendent's house?
Mike Tucker's, yeah, probably.
Went Mike, Yeah, we went to Mike Tucker's. We went to Mike Tucker's, or we might have gone to buy Alistair Henderson. I think it was probably Mike and Joyce's we went to.
Yeah.
How drunk were you?
So that was good.
Well, it was a good night.
I honestly can't remember.
John remembered the police superintendent.
One of the other entertainment with the Skateraw Fair was when everybody got there with their bevy and stuff, and everybody's sitting at their tables, and this band gets up. You would think, oh, this band's going to be pretty bad, like, just by looking at them and stuff like that, right? Well, if you were standing in the middle of the dance floor when the band started, you got stampeded.
Yeah.
Like Dan was just like everybody got up in this dance floor all at one time. That was it for the whole night. Like nobody moved off that dance floor the whole night, except for to get a bevy, obviously, right? But it was a great night. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to get your space on the floor and keep it.
Yeah.
So busy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good night.
Where was this held then?
In the park. In the marquee in the park.
Oh, they had a marquee in the park, right?
It was in the football pitch, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The football pitch.
So what band would that have been? Do any of you remember?
Well, they were older than me right now, so they.
Yeah, they were quite a famous band at the time.
Okay.
They're probably still going.
But they were good, real good. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But then, of course, when we get back from the fair at 5:30 in the morning, what time the pub open at 10?
11, yeah.
I don't know. I definitely.
It was pretty busy at 10 as well.
Wow, the Skateraw Fair is a little bit different now. It's more of a family thing, really, and then we've been trying to get involved and do stuff as well, put bands on and things, and it's been working out pretty good.
It was always a family
It was
thing.
a family thing.
Oh, it was good. It was
much more family thing then than it is now.
All right, okay.
I think.
That was good. It was it was a highlight. Let's put it that way. It was
people used to get the tickets. You could buy them from Skateraw Hall or from the shop, and people queued on a Saturday morning, a Sunday morning to get the tickets, and they were always sold out.
Yeah.
And I've made about, I don't know, £60 of chili and 300 baked potatoes for Skateraw Fair, and prepared 150 salads and things. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it was good
it was
fun.
a good night. Good night. And I still remember it, so I couldn't have been too bad. So
I had a really bad joke for you. He never tells you jokes, so I've got one for you.
Oh God, here we go.
Book of Stupid Jokes. How do we know that Rome was built at night?
don't know.
Because all the books say it wasn't built in a day.
Jeez.
Alrighty.
Like one more.
Like's a strong word right here, but go on.
Why do barbers make good drivers?
Go on.
Go ahead.
Because they know all the shortcuts.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Ian, that is as bad as one of mine. Wow.
I knew they had to be terrible too. You know,
Like I don't have a joke book, but I do have a joke that would fall right in line with that. Did you hear the joke about the bed?
The bed.
The bed. Yeah.
No.
No, because it hasn't been made up yet.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's more Mr. Beresford's standard for sure. Right, okay, thank you everybody. Yvonne, are beer deliveries on this weekend as normal?
Yep, from 5 o'clock on Friday till 9:45, and then same again on Saturday.
How's that for service, John? If you're in Newton Hill, you can get fresh beer from the pumps delivered right to your doorstep.
Well, I could, since they're my relatives, I'd be just standing at the door.
Excellent. And Norma, it's lovely to see you again. Thank you so much. John, thank you for calling in. I really appreciate it. Ian, it's all right to see you, I suppose.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, what's that? He's showing off the T-shirt. That's right. What's he say again?
You'd have to stand up.
I know, it's kind of hard to read it because it's, Anne can read it out.
It says, I may not be perfect, but I am Canadian. And that close enough.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.